Hi guys, it's Colette, and today we're going to be working on this pink and blue drag marble design. If you like nail art, be sure you subscribe to my channel, My Simple Little Pleasures, and if you'd like to see how I did this design, just stay tuned. Starting out with clean, dry nails, I'm going to go ahead and apply my base coat. As usual, I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base. And you can use whichever is your personal favorite. Even though my last manicure with Zoya stained my nails so bad, Zoya is still one of my favorite brands, and I'm going to be using them again today. The color I decided to use for my base is Alicia, which is a pretty silver hollow. Even though you're not going to be seeing very much of that, it will add just a little bit of shimmer where it does pop through. Then I'm going to be using Saint, Ibiza, and Bryn to do my drag marbling. So I'm just going to get these all opened up here and lined up close to hand, because once you get started drag marbling, you don't have a lot of time for messing around. So I had pretty good luck with this in my tests in my polish sketchbook. Of course, doing it actually on the nail is a different story, so we'll see just how well this turns out or how messy this gets. I'm gonna start out and do a fairly thick coat of the silver. Not too thick, because you don't want it like spreading all around, but thick enough to play with the other colors in it. I'm going to start with the darker blue down the center like that, and on one side I'm going to add the lighter blue, and on the other side I'm going to add the pink, and then it's your choice what you do your drag marbling with. I'm just going to be using an orange stick and draw back and forth through those colors across my nail, up the whole thing. And that's pretty good. Not quite how it looked in my tests, but I was kind of nervous about doing it on my actual nail. Working on a flat piece of paper is a lot different from working on your actual curved nail. And if you don't want to use orange stick, you could certainly use a toothpick. You could use a needle. Anything with a sharp tip will work out. And I'm just going to repeat those same steps across all my nails. If it starts to pull off the sides, you can clean it up with the other end of your orange stick. If you have a real lot of polish, you could use your finger to pull off any excess. Oh crap, I've got a hair in there. Come out, hair. There we go. I usually don't do that because it can pull the design in addition to pulling off the excess polish, and I want to try and maintain those zigzags as much as I can. And that one turned out a little bit darker than my pinky, but I kind of expected that. It's tricky, at least for me, to get the exact same amount of polish on each nail when I'm working like this. So just do your best and try to appreciate the differences rather than obsessing over them. Finally, finishing off with Topcoat, and as usual, I'm using Seche Vite. So here's the finished manicure, and while I'm not in love with it, I do like it a lot. I knew before I started that I wasn't going to be able to get every nail identical, but I will confess the perfectionist in me wishes every nail turned out a little bit more like my index finger, which is the closest to my testing, or closest to the testing that I was trying to recreate, I guess I should say. Most of my test swatches were with the 4 colors that I used in my manicure, but I did do a couple that used Leia, which is kind of an opalescent white that has a really strong pink flash over darker colors. And some of them also use Aster, which is kind of a shimmery lavender. And just so you can kind of get an idea side by side compared with Saint. Saint is a lot, well, not a lot, but a little bit darker and leaning more toward a periwinkle blue. And to give you a look at my test swatches here, I did a total of 14, and a couple of these earlier ones are with those other 2 colors I showed you. And this one here is the one that I really decided I liked best and was aiming to recreate. Like I mentioned, I think this index finger is a really close match to that. And some of the others I liked too, but the couple that I really wanted to show you were these 2 on the end. And these are the reason that I use the silver as my base instead of one of the drag marble colors. Using the darker blue as a base, I felt like it made the other colors darker, and using the periwinkle as a base, I feel like it just wasn't quite what I was going for compared to this one. And mostly zigzag testing, but I did do kind of a little weird bloopy heart over here. Maybe I'll revisit that at some time because drag marbling is pretty easy. It's quite fun, and even though it's not perfect, I do like the results. If you'd like to see the peel for this one, stay tuned over on my Instagram. I'm all caught up over there, including a post that I show you guys how I got rid of the horrible staining that my last manicure gave me. I'm not going to continue to always put the peel on Instagram. If I have it ready by the time I edit, I'll be including it with the main tutorial, but some weeks I'm more organized than others. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this one. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching.